Call us the Buc-ee recruiting team.
No, we're not the Buc-ees recruiting team.
We're Mika and Reggie, camping newbies intrigued by the RV lifestyle. He's a concrete camper
Who loves concrete pads, manicured lawns, and beautiful views.
and I'm the concrete glamper. I love campsite decor, and more is more. On the weekends, we've moved from the couch to camping, and as Southerners, we always tow our hospitality and charm as we chase the sun, sand, and sea.
In our RV.
We are on the road again.
Where's the ooh?
I thought you said I couldn't ooh anymore, but I can give you a remix if you like. And your eyes aren't deceiving you. Yes, I have a little bit of a spring refresh myself. Have a little vacay hair. What do you think? Whoa. This is the truth circle. We haven't spoken truth about this yet. I'll tee it up again. What do you think?
I think it looks nice.
Okay.
It's definitely great for vacation and going to the beach and getting it wet and hanging out in the pool. So
Yes,
it's a new look for you.
it is a new look. It's the first time I've done something like this. Going over a bumpy bridge as our GPS is positioning us south, kind of south with a turn to the west, and then we're gonna loop around, do a U-turn, and head back east. So where are we going, Reggie? I'll tell you, because he needs to drive. That really is the most important thing. So this is our long haul for the early summer, that we are headed to Louisiana, and we are also headed back to one of our favorite places in the whole wide world along the Gulf Coast. But some new twists in there, so stay tuned, because we are staying somewhere new at a new RV resort. So can't wait to visit there and to share that experience with all of you. But our first stop is going to be in Louisiana. We're headed back there because a relative of mine or of ours is graduating high school. So it's really for a family celebration. So if you're watching this, congratulations, Maya. We're so proud of you. And then we'll stay down there for a few days. We're visiting Reunion Lake. Well, pause. It used to be called Reunion Lake.
Right. Now it's SunOutdoors.
Correct. It was taken over within the year to SunOutdoors. So now it's rebranded, renamed. And so that's going to give us an opportunity to see what's new there, what kind of changes are in place, if anything. And we'll make sure that we share that with you. And then after that, then we'll head over to celebrate our wedding anniversary. It's our anniversary.
Please. We don't want any copyright issues, all right? We don't have no license, so let's stop.
All right, how about I'll do it in my head?
No.
In my head.
No, please, don't go there. Stay with the people. Stay with the people.
Okay, I'll stay with the people. But we are celebrating our sweet 16. So that's going to be exciting as well. So we are spending some time on the road. We have been looking forward to this, very excited about it, and we will bring you along for the ride. Our first pit stop for this leg of the trip is a familiar face. Recognize anyone?
Buc-ees in Auburn, Alabama.
So this one was under construction the last time we came through here. So this is our first time headed to this Buc-ee's location in Auburn, Alabama. Which I'm glad that they have this option, because this was kind of a challenge for us in the past when we would come through looking for gas. So now it's a new option.
rowdy, y'all.
It's huge.
Good.
As most of them are, but this one seems extra large.
Good.
Supersized, shall I say. Some good old Southern hospitality. Hi, y'all. Alright. This is a...
These are the cones. Just
Watch out. Woo, that was a haul. 2 hours on the road. This is a nice reprieve to get out of the car, stretch our legs, and to gas up a little bit. Coming to a Buc-ee's during the middle of the week has its privileges because you avoid all of the carnival-like atmosphere and activity, and it makes it a much more enjoyable experience.
Buc-ee's is king. Check that out. Assistant GM, 100K. Car wash manager. Where's the car wash? You know it'd be smart if they had put in an RV wash at Buc-ee's. Because it's supposed to be an RV friendly kind of place, right? Or a truck wash. Because big trucks come here, right?
I think so, but there's a car wash manager. But where's the car wash?
They haven't built it yet because they don't have a manager. But
I mean, randomness, but that's cool advertising. And hey, those out there, if you're looking for a career opportunity, Buc-ee's is paying a nice salary.
GM, you get paid weekly. 401k, 6%. 3 weeks paid time off.
Call us the Buc-ee recruiting team.
No, we're not the Buc-ee's recruiting team.
Say hi to the mascot. What is that? The randomness of Buc-ee's.
No inflation needed.
Hey, you're gonna need that float in a couple hours.
It's actually a good point.
Look.
Sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of freedom ringing.
Oh, I like the front of it, the back of it. This is the quietest and peaceful I've ever seen a Buc-ee's. There's something to be said again of coming during the weekday. How do you feel about War Eagle?
I feel just as good about War Eagle as Go Dogs. So they're about in the same category. But what can I expect? I'm going through Alabama, so.
Got it framed nice and pretty over your shoulder.
Whatever. You know what a love is.
Look, it's following you everywhere. I'll tell you right. Oh, Alabama. Look at that tide. So we were right in our observation that this Buc-ee's is brand new in Auburn, Alabama. It opened less than 30 days ago. So that could contribute to why the chaos has not found it yet, and that it was a really peaceful pit stop. Wasn't very chaotic, but you had all the charm and the quaintness that Buc-ee's tends to offer. So Auburn, Alabama, if you're a Buc-ee's fan, add it to the list. It's open. Almost ready to go. Reggie's doing his final checks of the RV. Be mindful also, folks, when you're out traveling. That's something to make sure that you do. That take advantage of your pit stops to just double check and make sure that everything is still tight and in place and no issues. So the moral of the story is do a safety check whenever possible when you're stopping, just to make sure that everything is in the right place.
Yes.
Well, good morning. Day 2 of our travel days continues. We are in Mississippi, headed to Louisiana, pulling off at a noisy welcome center, but just a great opportunity for us to get out, stretch our legs. We've already driven a few hours this morning. We had an early start and we started on time, so that's always helpful and important on a day like today. And just continuing our journeys west. I'm always intrigued when we go to different states what some look like in comparison to others. Some of the Spanish moss growing through here. So it's just a quick pit stop. Now to jump back on I-10. I am doing better. My breakfast of champions to go. Oatmeal.
Boring. Boring.
Where's your breakfast?
I ate it. It's in my belly. It's like my hatch popped open. Too much weight. First time that's ever happened.
So what happened earlier with the door?
I don't know. It popped open while we were on Expressway.
Well, how did you notice it?
Observing all things in your mirrors at all times. So I was fortunate enough to look at the mirror and saw it flapping in the wind.
I guess you always being on me, the importance of checking your mirrors paid off.
That would be correct, yes. That's why I asked you to kind of sit back in the passenger seat so I can see out my mirrors and I can see everything that's happening around me while we're going down the road. So, I don't know. Probably the weight that's in there, I should have, I probably need to adjust how much is laying on that door. I'm sure that didn't help, but no harm, no foul. Nothing was lost, nothing flew out.
Timing is everything, as they say.
What do you mean?
We were close to an exit.
Yes, and we probably needed to get gas anyway, so. Someone was telling me to pull over and get some gas, because I don't know what I'm about to run into, so. All worked out.
Safety lesson of the day.
Safety first, people. Safety first.
Check this door. Maybe a little bit of redundancy here, but hey, no harm, no foul, and being extra careful.
Alright, let's finish this out.
We have arrived to SunOutdoors New Orleans Northshore. Gonna get all checked in. Reggie's gonna take his sway bar pieces off. Super cute. Say hi.
Hello.
Everyone's ready for graduation. Uh-oh, is that the concrete camper? Is that a new camping outfit?
This goes against my protocol, but it's a special day, so.
Aw. The nice doorman. Hi, doorman.
What's up? Y'all need to get in this truck. It's hot out here.
Headed to graduation. So we just want to take a moment just to say, for those of you who are new subscribers and new to our channel, welcome. And for those of you who have been along with us, welcome back. We really appreciate your support.
Yeah, so hey guys, how you doing? We are out and about, and we are actually in the great state of Louisiana. Go Tigers. So we are currently staying at formerly known as Reunion Lake, now SunOutdoors. And I think we came down for a family member. I think we mentioned that earlier, for her graduation. So that was a lot of fun, spending some time with family. But we decided to stay here. We've been here before when it was Reunion Lake, and now we're back at SunOutdoors. And yeah,
I wanted to have a more positive feedback, more positive experience. The last experience was perfectly fine, but I had high hopes since the resort park was taken over by SunOutdoors that some of the experiences and amenities would be different. But unfortunately, it pains me to say that I feel like a little bit that it's
gone down.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we're not ultra picky, but I just think there's just certain expectations that you have. And I think from the very beginning, from the point of check-in, this experience has just been very off-putting. And I would say one of the biggest things off the top is they're very specific in terms of when you're checking in, providing armbands to all adults. That's a normal procedure. But in this case, they want every adult that's part of your reservation and your party to come in, and they will only give a wristband to that individual. And so, you know, it's a real nit for me, because, you know, in our case, you're coming off the road. You guys know that when you're checking in, there's kind of a dance to that, especially if you have the sway bar control. Reggie typically is outside removing that from the rig as we enter any type of resort or park. And then I do the check-in. Typically they hand you your packet, they provide you an overview, and there you go. But in this case, you know, with these wristbands,
which I'm not even wearing.
I don't even have mine on. I mean, because we're not using any of the amenities, that they just refuse to give me the wristbands for myself and Reggie. Reggie physically had to come in. They had to see him to hand it to him. And to me, I think that is sort of a red flag of maybe some underlying situations that are taking place here at the park.
Okay, so I can understand that if that's setting the tone for you to be a higher caliber, accountable RV resort. Okay, cool. But that's not the case. And you guys know, our thing is definitely, beautiful views, manicured lawns, and concrete pads. But this is not the case. Got the concrete pad, got it, but the manicured lawns, not so much. And even we'll show you.
Just to show that we're not being a little bit dramatic and nitpicky.
Right. And this was my first complaint. When we got here, I asked someone to come by and clean this up. And we got here, when did we get here?
2 days ago?
2 days ago. And I'm still waiting on someone to come clean out my fire pit.
So not exactly welcoming. And then I would say in terms of the maintenance, this is, no edging, and then you have all this grass growing into the concrete, and then the other glaring eyesore
are these beautiful picnic tables
that are a little scary. They're a little scary. Again, as Reg said, that there's certain expectations when you go places. When you're at, let's say, a state park, you understand that, hey, you're outside, you're rustic, you're in nature's environment. There's a level of difference in the upkeep or just the wear and tear.
Right.
But these picnic tables, I mean, come on.
Well, apparently they let them cook on top. So let me show you this. Well, apparently you're able to cook on top, but this is just pretty much trash. And that's not anything that we even want to sit at or even put the time. Yeah, we'll put the time in to even put anything over it. And it doesn't take that much, I don't think, to maintain something like this. So it's not to the level and the amount of money that they want to charge for this, it's not really RV resort ready. And we're in site 141. It's a buddy site.
Correct, and I'll take you a little bit of spin around. We don't have our outdoor set up because it rained night one and we've just been going. So this is sort of a street view of our buddy site setup, and in and of itself I think it's perfectly fine. All the ingredients are here for this to be a phenomenal resort and location. I just think that they just need to pay a little bit more attention to the maintenance.
Right, and just being on top of taking care of the things that were turned over to them. It doesn't take much to do these type of things, at least in my opinion. And they have the support, they have the help. I've seen multiple people driving around that work for the resort. And honestly, they haven't been the most friendliest, I'll say that.
I would say even from the time of check-in where, you know, one young lady, she was very helpful, very nice. And then the other was just so concerned about telling me what I could and could not do and the rules. You know, we're renting a golf cart, and typically our experiences has been someone will either, number one, deliver the golf cart to your site,
right,
or two, at the very least, pull it out of the line of golf carts and give you the key, walk around and do an inspection. And they were much more concerned with me signing the sheet of paper with all the rules and waivers that I needed to sign, one of which that if we got a flat tire, it is our responsibility if the golf cart gets a flat tire for us to repair it.
Who does that?
So again, it's just a lot of like small nits. You know, I had to walk down the aisle of golf carts. I had trouble finding the golf cart, and the young lady was like, oh, well, I guess I'll move this other golf cart out your way so that you can actually pull out. So again, it's small things, customer service. You know, we're really big on that. You know, we don't come in looking to complain about anything. We know it's RVing. We know it's part of the camping experience, but there's also expectations.
And maybe this is when you get a big corporation taking over maybe a previously privately owned RV resort, but I don't know. All I can say is do better.
Frankly speaking, I would say the last time we came, they were much more friendlier. Customer service was there, and it was just a much more pleasant experience.
Right, which why we're back, and we figured that, hey, at the end of the day, if they're now expanding, they got this, you know, SunOutdoors, and they're, I think, a pretty big corporation type thing, that things would be even, you know, better. I mean, just frankly speaking, but not so much. So,
you know, again, it's you know, it pains us to share the negativity, but it's also part of our RV travels, and we don't want to show things and say how fantastic and great it is, and in fact, when it's not. And so, like I said, I had such high hopes for our return trip here that we would have an enhanced experience, and unfortunately that has not been the case. But the bonus is we've had a fantastic time with friends and family, and celebrating, which ultimately is why we're here.
Right.
But in the meantime, we'll show you just a couple things just to kind of refresh. But if you want a full review of this location, check out our previous video that we'll link to it, where we visited here previously.
Yep. Oh, that's kind of cool.
That's really nice.
Rolling down the back streets of our lovely buddy site. It's a pull through.
Yeah, that is one good thing about these buddy sites, that they give you the opportunity, of course, one person to back in, one person to pull through, and then there's sort of like a back street for those who pulled in to maneuver out of without having to make it dicey.
They stand in a line waiting for rest. They ain't no rest.
So it is at high capacity here. A lot of folks are out.
And what is cool about this is it seems to be a lot of locals, which is cool, you know, that there's a place to kind of come hang out on the weekends. Nothing like being in Tiger Country. Makes you feel good. Go Tigers. Anyway,
Now back to regular scheduled programming.
it's good for the soul, good for the heart.
But on one positive note, they're, from the outside looking in, their cottages are super cute. The way that they have designed them, and they've added a few more since we've been here last. Each one has outdoor seating and a grill, and so that's really nice and lovely. And as you can see, they're very popular. The cottages look really inviting. They appear to have some that are accessible. So if there is any mobility, wheelchair accessible, or any kind of a mobility challenges that you may have, they do have some cottages that can accommodate that as well. So some sites that we liked is like in the 160s range. Those are the ones that I would highly recommend that are right off of their lake that gives you some really good views. And overall, it is family friendly. If you have a group of people, I can see how you can have a phenomenal time. I'm just not sure if it's destination worthy from the distance in which we have to travel. It's perfect for the location in terms of the options, proximity to our family that's here. But this is just not somewhere that we would put on the map to come and return to just for this resort. So the positives of the resort are the activities that can take place on their lake with the kayaking. There's fishing. Some folks do swim as well. And then they have at least, 3 pools?
Yeah, at least 3 pools. So one of the cool things from this side, we showed you guys the cottages earlier. Here's the back side of them, which looks like if you're going into the cottages to your left, these all sit off the actual lake that they built or was here. But I think that's a great view for you to have, and then you got your own kind of dock right off the back of your cottage. So that's actually a pretty cool amenity to have. And maybe we're just a little early in the acquisition that has happened, but at the end of the day, we've booked, we've come and stayed, and we're just giving you our honest opinion. By the time you guys maybe come, maybe things have changed, maybe things have gotten better. But they just need to do better. I think that's the whole word of this, is do better, and it could be better.